Another lesson from the drawing textbook by Bruce McIntyre. We're on lesson 11, which has a rocket blasting off, a pencil facing in direction 5, a simple square post, a birdhouse, a raised letter H, and a telescope facing in direction 3. Okay, let's start. The rocket, we start off with 2 vertical lines. That's essentially the body of the rocket. Up top, we're going to do the point, and we can have whatever little point thing they have up here on theirs. Down the bottom, we have our foreshortened circle to close it off. We're going to draw on top of that a little bit with the fins that come out. The fin, here's one, and another. And the ones in the back are just sticking out back here a little bit. You don't see them too much, the 2 in the back. We want to have a foreshortened circle band here just to give the roundness for our rocket. This will be in shade. This little line I can erase because that won't be there. This back one will be in shadow too. And the left side of our rocket is in shadow because the light is coming again from that direction. In the book, they have a checkerboard pattern on here. I guess we can put that on. If you draw 2 more lines in here and a few vertical lines, then every other one gets colored in for the checkered pattern. And this helps also to emphasize the shape of the curvature of our rocket. We can have it blasting off. And some smoke. There we go. There's our rocket blasting off. It's kind of a fat rocket. I guess I could have done a much thinner one. Would have probably been more appropriate, but mine turned out fat. The pencil facing in direction 5, that's going this way, or this way, looking at the book. I'll just put my pencil there. No, actually I will draw a pencil. 2 parallel lines. The body of our pencil. The back end is the foreshortened circle. The front end also has a foreshortened circle and then the point. Here's my pencil point. It also has a foreshortened circle there before you get to the lead tip. We'll put a band on this. That was a very poor band. I'm just going to color it in. That has nothing to do with shading. To shade it, I would shade the whole bottom section here. And a bit of the table underneath where my pencil is lying. The shading, of course, is darkest down the bottom of the pencil because that's coming down closest to the table. And is getting the least amount of light. That's our pencil. I don't think I'm missing anything. Next is a square post. This is sort of like just a tall cube from the various boxes and cakes and presents that we've drawn. I'm going to start with a very small foreshortened square at the top. There it is. And then I'm going to come down. Draw 3 parallel lines. And then this line is parallel with this line. And this line is parallel with this line. And there's my square post. We have it standing in some grass, so I'm going to draw some grass around it. And this side gets shaded. And the ground gets shaded a bit, where the light is not coming through. Okay, that is our square pose. Now the birdhouse. The birdhouse starts off with the roof. And the roof, we're going to start by drawing 2 points here and here, and one kind of in between. This is going to be the left part of the roof. Okay. Then we're going to connect these 2 dots by making like a letter A, which gives us the shape of our roof. This is going to come parallel to this line, this part of the roof. We're going to make the thickness of the roof here. Okay, now we're mostly done the roof. We can put our squiggles on the roof to make it look like there's tiles there or special wood. Now we need to come down and make the house part of the birdhouse. Again, our lines are going to be parallel here. Whoops, that wasn't a parallel line. There we go, that looks better. This one, this is the line that we're drawing parallel to. And we're going to end here, because that's where the house ends. We're going to add a little bit of the back side of the roof there. The inside of this part of the roof needs to be drawn and shaded because that's completely dark. They want a little hole for our bird to go in. That's a foreshortened circle that's darkened. A little post for our bird to sit on or perch on. That's not the direction I should have drawn that on, I don't think. Let me erase that one. That's not good. Sorry. I should actually draw in the same direction as everything else. And so that's coming here. Foreshortened circle there. I just had to erase that anyway in the back. There's our bird house. It has a little platform going around. So that has a little table, so to speak, that it's sitting on. And that's going in right into the way it's behind there. That was not strategic. And I made a mess on this side, so excuse me, I'll erase that. Front and side. Right. And of course it's in a tree or on some branch here somehow. There's my tree. It's pretty good. Let's put in the shading. This side is in shading, and this underneath the roof just a little bit more shading than the rest of the shaded side. And this should be shaded to this side. Not that it is in the picture, but it should be. There is our birdhouse. The next one is a letter H, and we did a raised letter T before. We're doing a raised letter H. This is nice and easy. You draw a big H. There's my H. And then I'm going to draw all around my H. Always the same distance away from the line, okay? I'm not suddenly doing one part further away or closer. That would be kind of silly. Wouldn't work out well then. Let me come around to this side. And just like we did for the raised T, we're going to connect the ends of our H's with all the corners. This with this, this with this, these two up here. And there's our raised H. We're going to shade on the left side. So that's here, and here, and here. And we're shading on the bottom. And this is the bottom of this part. And there's our nice raised H. The last one is a telescope in direction 3. So it's going to go kind of this way. And we're going to start off with the foreshortened circle of the end of the telescope, where one of the lenses are. And we're going off in this direction with 2 parallel lines. And we're closing that with a foreshortened circle. Now in a telescope, right, you pull it out, yes? So the other parts have to be thinner. This is going to be a little bit thinner than this one with the foreshortened circle. And my third part is also a little bit thinner than the previous one. And this is the viewing piece up here, where I can look through my telescope. Here comes the shading down the bottom. And this is on the end, so we're going to shade that and round that off a bit more. And that's my telescope. Okay, that's not very straight, but that's the end of lesson 11.